roads are known for travels to places of interest. As such, the fast approaching Christmas celebration will no doubt experience high vehicular movement across the country. For the Federal Road Safety Corps, it is another time to commence preparation with a mandate to eradicate road traffic crashes and create safe motoring environment for Nigerians. Bearing that in mind, the Safety Corps said it had for the year 2022 experienced 8% reduction of road crashes as compared to last year. To that effect, it has deployed 25,224 personnel, over 11,000 special marshals, 743 patrol vehicles, as well as mobile courts across the country for the Yuletide and New Year celebrations. Acting Corps Marshal Dauda Ali Biu disclosed this during a media briefing on level of preparedness of the Corps for the end of the year activities. As usual, two professionals in the field of road transport services are here with me in the studio to offer their voices as we focus on our discussion on road safety during Yuletide. The program is Nigeria Today, and I am Eukaria Hinton. Welcome. From the Federal Road Safety Corps is a regular face and our dependable road traffic operations, BC Kazim, Corps Public Education Officer. You're welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
And we also have in the studio well, we'll continue with the program. We continue with the program. The other guests will join us shortly. And BC, how well is the Corps ready for this celebration?
Fully prepared. In fact, we started as far back as 4 months ago when we, as usual, noticed that there will be increase in human and vehicular traffic starting from the ember months, that is September, October, November, December. And as is typical of us, as ethical, we started very sporadic enforcement and public education, advocacy, and enlightenment to sensitize the general public, the motoring public, that number one, there are no spirits lurking around to kill people during ember months, and to let people know that ember months are just usual months, that just like every other month. It's only that there's always increase in vehicular and human traffic as a result of the Yuletide. You know that a lot of people will fix ceremonies around this period. There will be funeral ceremonies, there will be housewarming, there will be marriages, there will be... And the commercial drivers who want to make more profit this period to be able to cater for their family. Most of the time it results in overloading, it results in dangerous driving, it results in excess speeding. So we are fully prepared. We started advocacy in churches, in mosques, in marketplaces, in clubs, in motor parks, rallies, and so on. And like you rightly said the other time, a lot of deployments have been made throughout the country, nationwide, where we've deployed the vehicles, tow trucks, ambulances, motorbikes, and equally, both regular and special marshals are deployed to make sure that the black spots are seriously manned, and we set up mobile courts to equally summarily try the people. It's not going to be business as usual, as we are determined to follow this Operation Zero to find out, to make sure that people do not sleep on the road and people do not kill themselves on the highway.
Thank you very much. Before we continue, we'll introduce our other guests in the studio, a regular face as well, Comrade Anthony Chukwudi Asowa, Deputy General Secretary, IC Education, National Union Road Transport Workers, NURTW, National Headquarters, Abuja. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Sir, we are now, we had when we talk about the U-tide, and very soon activities will be at its peak. So what is your union doing to ensure that the drivers convey passengers to and through their destinations?
Well, our partner, so to say, have rightly pointed out, we also, because we always partner with them during this period, they come to the motor parks to carry out lightning campaigns, which they normally call Ember Month rallies. So we're also fully prepared to ensure that there's hitch-free movement across the nation, and of course to ensure that people get to their destinations unhurt. However, we all know the nature of our roads. We have made several appeals to the federal government. Though the federal government is doing its best, but more still need to be done, because a good number of our roads are death traps, so to say. And we have also, we had our conference just last week in Abuja, where our president made specific appeal to our members to ensure that they drive carefully and they make sure they don't indulge in any alcoholic beverages while they drive. Yes, so we are equally ready, and we want to assure the general public that this year's Christmas period, like he pointed out, there's no special thing about Christmas other than that there are more movement of people and vehicles. That's just the difference. And they're always on spot to ensure that there's no traffic hold up. I need to commend them for that. So we always partner with them, and we can assure you that this year will be one of the best so far in terms of hitch-free movement, in terms of accident-free movement.
Thank you. You just said that we are anticipating a hitch-free movement. And recently, the former Corps Marshal made us understand that 327 people died from road accident in the U-tide from 15th December 2021 to 15th January 2022. Now, what is the Corps doing as in terms of technology? How are they adopting the modern technology? We're in the era of technology. So how are they adopting to the modern technology to ensure our roads are crash-free?
Yeah, so many things have been done. One is that we've acquired some radar guns. Radar guns are those devices that you point at a vehicle to determine its speed. It's either installed in a vehicle or is pointed on the road. So this is to detect speed that you are going in. And the moment you are caught to have been speeding, then you'll be accosted and you'll be given a notice of offense. Apart from this, we've had donations of breathalyzers and alcoholizers to equally test people that will drink and drive, so that at the end of the day, either randomly or otherwise, we will be checking on the way they behave on the road. If you drink, they say don't drive. So that one is equally there. And we are equally using technology to man our data center to ensure that we are there 24/10 to attend to emergencies. Most of the time, accidents do happen or crashes do happen, but we want to make sure that fatalities are not there so that people do not die. So our 122 toll-free number is there for any person to call, and the moment you call, they will alert the next patrol beat team around that area to ensure that you are attended to immediately. So technology wise, we are determined to ensure, and also you equally know that we equally have body camera now, where we have that body camera is equally a device that records proceedings of interaction between a road safety official and so be, let's say, traffic offender or whoever, or the motoring public. So this has led to reduction drastically in assault cases and corruptive tendencies, because if you know that you are being recorded, you will not ask for bribe. If you know that so you are equally being recorded as an offender, you will not eat a marshal or an officer. So we want to deploy this, and we are equally doing traffic count with a sort of machine on the road to ensure that we even know the inflow and outflow of vehicles on our ways, so that this will make us to equally plan. And we've used our safety and engineering department in our office to ensure that we know all the black spots of the areas that are bad on the road, which will pass information to the Federal Ministry of Works, and that has ensured them, make sure that they rehabilitated some of these roads or do palliative measures. So we're working with them, and we want to assure Nigerians that this particular time there will be drastic reduction in crashes.
Okay. Now, Anthony, there have been reports, we've getting reports, feelers here and there, that some of your members oftentimes ply the road under the influence. He rightly mentioned that there's a device to, to check or to determine who drank or who is under the influence of alcohol. And oftentimes we got a report that your members, ply the road under the influence of even hard drugs. What is the union doing to checkmate these?
Well, he said it's an allegation. So we have our marshals as well in the motor parks. If you are drunk, no one will load your vehicle. And even before you get loaded, they will check your vehicle to see that it is roadworthy. And any person found, there was a case, a driver who was discovered to be drunk. He was disallowed from embarking on that journey. His passengers were transferred to another vehicle. So we have our men on ground. Nevertheless, not all drivers plying the road belongs to the union. We have private car drivers as well, who use their private cars as commercial vehicles. Some of them don't want to belong to the union. So when such people indulge in alcoholism, so to say, they should not be labeled as our members, because most of the time they pick their passengers along the highways. They don't come into the motor park. But once a driver who comes into a designated motor park, your vehicle can never be loaded when you are drunk. It's not done. We don't allow that. So for sure, no member of the union will drive under the influence of alcohol. That's a promise and assurance.
And also, is the union doing anything to ensure that some commercial drivers that are not members of the union, are supposed to be members of the union, is the union doing anything to make sure that they become members?
We are doing our best, but you don't apply force, okay, so to say. So we use persuasive measures to bring them into the union. Yes, and like I said earlier on, let me use Abuja for example. Most civil servants use their vehicles, those who have vehicles, use their vehicles to pick passengers when they are coming to the office and when they are going back. And in most cases, you hardly differentiate them from non-members of the union, except we accost them. But like I said earlier on, it's not something you use force, because to be a member of any organization is not by force. It's voluntary. So.
Thank you. And BC, in recent time, we've seen traders by the roadside causing vehicular obstruction to vehicular movement. A lot of them don't even know how dangerous this is. So can you please tell us?
Yeah. When I was talking the other time, you realize that I said our advocacy is extended to even churches, mosques, and I mentioned market places. And what we do mainly is to go early enough to let them know the dangers inherent in what they are doing. Most of the time, they need to advise by moving off the road. But generally, we have what we are equally doing nationwide now. We have done statistics of where markets intruding to most of the roads. and we are following up to make sure that such markets are relocated away from the road, because in so many places, I can count Ikare Akoko, Akungba, and so on and so forth. You see that most of the time, trailers will just jump into a market, even in Ibadan there. So what we're doing is an holistic thing to ensure that we have the statistics of every market that are too close to the road, and we'll now take action by ensuring that the local government involved have to relocate them, or if it's in a situation where it's by a particular state, that state must relocate that market to a safer place. So that this we're doing. But in the interim, that we have market advocacy. We're pushing them off the road and letting them know what they are doing is not correct, and that they are endangering their lives, and people that are even equally buying things from them.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's take a break here and hear from the cross-section of Nigerians on their views and expectations in the Yuletide, as put together by our correspondent, Thomas Ogbetere.
Passengers, they should coordinate themselves well, ensure they enter the right vehicle. This season, you know, this Christmas season, there are lots of bad people on the road. They should ensure they use the right vehicle, the right parks. They should ensure they go to parks that are well known to avoid scammers and being caught up in the wrong vehicle.
The driver, they need to, in fact, not to speed too much because of the badness of the road. And also the passengers as well, they need not to hurry the driver so that they can reach to their destination. Their loved one is waiting for them, and they need to see them so that there will be no accident on the road. And they also need to obey traffic rule.
And they have to be careful, they have to drive safely, they have to drive good. They will stop making phone calls whenever driving and drinking. And other things causing the accident is about drinking alcohol, drinking all this kind of drink like hot drink.
Drivers should at least make sure that they do not overload their vehicle in as much, and to make sure that before you move, you have to at least change a lot of parts in your vehicle, like the tires and most of safety regulation that will take you to your destination.
We expect passengers and drivers to first of all be God conscious. They should ensure that before they leave their homes, they should pray, seek the protection of God. So many things are happening at a time like this, especially when the year is about to end. Secondly, they should be mindful of the road. They should be careful to ensure that other road users are also given allowance to ply the road.
Welcome back. The program is still Nigeria Today, and I'm still with my guest, Comrade Anthony Chukwudi Asowa, Deputy General Secretary, IC Education, National Union of Road Transport Workers, NURTW, National Headquarters, Abuja, and BC Kazim, Core Public Education Officer, FRSC. You had, Anthony, you had the reactions of people out there. How would you, what is your perception about their reaction? They've outlined a lot of issues, the overloading, making sure your car is roadworthy and all of that. So how would you react to that?
Well, like I said earlier on, as far as the union is concerned, we do ensure that these things do not happen. That is to say, overloading of vehicles. Because even when you have overload your vehicles, you are even causing damage to the vehicle itself. Yes, because you are giving it, the manufacturers has given a particular distance for it to carry. So if you overload it, you are affecting the lifespan of the vehicle as well. So, like I said earlier on, we ensure that, like last time, we paid a courtesy call on the acting commercial. He made specific requests that we should ensure that our members do not overload their vehicles and night travels as well. I should limit or avoid night travel entirely. And we are actually ensuring that that happens. So, like he said, like they said, drunk driving, which I've addressed, as far as our union is concerned, except it is non-member of the union or the person did not load at designated motor parks that is being operated by the union. Once you are loading from the union motor park, we can assure you that no drunk driver will be allowed to go with passengers because it's putting the lives of the passengers at risk. And again, I mentioned issues of bad road. You keep on mentioning bad spots or whatever, or dark spots. That what it means is the places that are bad. Yes, so if these roads are fixed, I heard him say they are collaborating with the Ministry of Works to ensure that they fix some of these bad portions of the road. That is one of the factors that lead to road crashes.
Road crashes, yes.
Yes.
And another issue I want to raise, I've oftentimes hear people complain of your union, members of your union, trying to extort the commercial drivers. And, you know, sometimes even you see them chasing them on the highway to, you know, get these fees, the levies. And they even accuse them of multiple levies. How would you react to this?
That word, extortion, I have a problem with it.
Okay.
Because we do not export you can't extort your own member. We don't, no. Well, people may have to talk. Like, yes, of course. Yes, of course. People have to talk. But the truth is that we don't. We have the amount of money a driver pays by our ticket, which is printed by the Nigerian Printing and Minting Company, the company that produces our naira. This is what we use. And we pay VAT on that, which every state government, local government, have share from the money. So, and after loading, a driver is as what we call service charge too, for those that help him in loading the vehicle. Apart from that, there's no money, except if we are the union is chasing. It's not as if we are chasing those who are loading along the road illegally. We'll try to stop them from doing that because it's against the law.
But chasing them while in motion
no,
is
you are using the word chasing. But
okay. Chasing them while in motion. Okay, yes, we've seen...
and we do caution. Even we have appealed to the road safety even as well, that they should not be chasing a vehicle. If a vehicle commits an offense, ensure that you get down a number. If you bring the number to us, we must surely fish out that driver. Because once you chase a driver, he'll be speeding, and it may lead to road crash.
Okay, a word, briefly, a word for Nigerians as we prepare for for Christmas.
Let me first of all talk to whoever is driving, that life has no duplicate, and you can only celebrate when you are alive. So drive to save a life and drive to be alive. And as for passengers, you must be active. You should not be passive passengers. An active passenger is that passenger who stops a driver before he kills him, because statistics have shown that drivers do not die as much as passengers in crash cases. So we are saying that do not drive recklessly, do not drive dangerously, and this period, do not carry fuel in your vehicle. It could be very dangerous.
Okay. And that's it for the episode of the program Nigeria Today. And a very big thank you to my guest, BC Kazim. BC Kazim is a core public education officer. And we also have Comrade Anthony Chukwudi. Anthony Chukwudi Asogwa, Deputy General Secretary, IC Education, National Union, Road Transport Workers, NURT National Headquarters, Abuja. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming to the program. Thank you very much. And to you, our viewer, Thank you for keeping up with the program. Don't you forget the program air every weekdays by 7:30 in the evening on NTA News 24. You can watch this episode and other episodes at www.youtube.com/NTA News 24 Hub. Once again, thank you for being there. I am Eukaria Clinton. Goodbye.